Hey, and welcome to Fit with Turo Fitness Podcast, a podcast for people who want to get no BS information about fitness and know that fitness is about so much more than losing scale weight. It's about feeling confident in your skin and empowered in your life. I'm your host, Turo Virta, personal trainer, strength and nutrition coach, and most of all, a husband of my beautiful wife, Miriam. Each week, my guests and me will give you some no BS fitness tips and motivate you to take action in your own personal fitness journey as we talk about nutrition, exercise, mindset, personal development, and executing in life with enjoyable but still effective strategies. If your goal is to look better, feel and be strong and experience transformation from inside out, you, my friend, are in the right place. Thank you for jumping in, and now let's jump into today's episode.
Hey, and welcome to this Fit with Turo Fitness podcast. In today's episode, I'm talking about how to set realistic expectations. And this is a topic I recently talked with one of my clients, Beth, and I thought that this might be helpful for you if you are not quite sure if you are making progress, what is realistic, and if it's a good or bad progress, if you should be changing something. And because so many of us, we think that we are doing everything, we are working out consistently or often, but still not seeing results. And this is something like, I have to say that from my experience, I know, unfortunately, very few people who are coming to me and saying that, Turo, hey, I'm seeing a lot faster progress than I thought would be possible. So it's totally normal to feel like that progress is not as fast as it should be, or it depends how you are looking at it. And in this episode, I'm giving you strategies, what I have been using for my one-on-one clients, and what probably could help you. So first, how was we were talking with the Beth, and she originally started working with me in last December. So it's now 10 months ago, and she started her fitness and wellness journey. It's around 1 year now. And since then, she wrote me that what actually, because I asked her what she feels that she have done well. And her answer was that she's almost 1 year of strength training, consistent. She's feeling stronger, more confident. There is a food chatter in her head is much more quiet. And there is almost no binges, almost no emotional eating. Her cholesterol is reduced. She has a better work and life balance with the schedule, and she's seeing progress and changes with her body. But then on the other side, she is struggling that she's seeing that number on the scale is still the same or even higher when she started. And she's not as lean as she thought it should be, or she should be, and she's still uncertain how to measure success, and even she knows that scale isn't it, but then she still have some days that clothes are not fitting differently, so much differently than what she should be, and she's consistently behind with her workouts, but still getting them mostly done. And those were kind of wins, and when we were and struggles, and when we talked about it, how is her life situation, as she had a moments in her work life, in a private life, very stressful situations, and that is like something what we all go through usually at some point of life. If you look past year, I don't know many people who can say that they didn't face any period of time when they didn't have a huge stress or something happened unexpected, what caused them to maybe go a bit little bit loose with their own health and fitness journey. And this is first of all, this is totally normal. This happens to everyone, that there will be periods and times that you are not able to put everything. But then on the other hand, if you really think it like that, this is on the other side, it's the most common reason why people are not seeing those results what they think. So that stress, busyness, and how you are responding it is the biggest factor. Because if it's affecting too often, too consistently for your workout consistency, for your nutrition consistency, you can't expect to see A results with B effort. And that is totally fine. Because if you really think it like that, where is not, because this is those unrealistic expectations, where they are coming from. If you really think it like that, most of them, they are coming from social media. Like, for example, for Beth, it was her favorite figure is Carrie Underwood. She said that that is the kind of person she's looking up. She would love to have that kind of body and everything. And that is like, you might have your favorite influencer or celebrity who you would like to look the same. And when we really talked about it, I said that to be honest, completely honest with you, like if you have it at your favorite influencer, I tell you a secret how everything in social media works and how those social media feeds, how they are working. So they know you better than you know yourself. So that is an unpopular truth. And often if you are insecure about yourself, you have some body type you are looking up, it's likely that more you are going to see that kind of content, because that is interesting you, that keeps you longer in the app, whatever, if it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever you are using. So that is because the only way how those platforms are making money is that longer they keep you in the platform, more money they will be making. And if they show you content which keeps you in the app for longer, that more money they will make. And they don't care if it's doing good or bad or harming you. It's the only interest what they have, and what is that algorithm is having is to keep you longer there. And how unfortunately nowadays, if you think like some celebrities, I don't know if you know someone who is posting pictures in their morning, like with the bad lighting, when they feel bloated and when they don't look best themselves, maybe for women without a makeup or anything. And then you are looking yourself in the morning into a mirror when you feel a little bit bloated. And then you are comparing yourself. You just saw some, for example, Carrie Underwood picture or post what is done in a first of all, you don't know when that post is, when those pictures have been taken. Like often with all these influencers, they are taking maybe pictures, they are getting lean once in their life, taking thousands of pictures, posts, what they are using then later. So they are using those to get leaner, or periods of time that they put all their focus on how they are looking, getting like really staying on top of their diet for a short period of time. But there are very few people who are doing it like 12 months in a year, because it's totally normal that at some point you will gain fat. You are not looking the best possible version of you, because honest truth is that looking amazingly is not going to be fun. It's not going to be sustainable. And if you are thinking that they are always looking so amazing, think these all celebrities, they are looking that they have a big team who is taking those pictures. They are using Photoshops, they are using filters, they are having best lighting, and often they are taking those pictures in a short period of time and using same pictures for several months after, or even years. And now you are comparing yourself against that population. Or if there is some fitness coaches who are posting before after pictures. I'm not a big fan of posting those, even I know that it would be probably the best marketing tool. But think about it like that. If I would run a 8-week challenge, what I'm, by the way, going to start when this episode is coming out on Thursday, it's going to be on Monday, October. It's going to be 14th of October. So let's say that I have there 1,000 people joining, and if I'm going to choose from those people, I would choose maybe 5 people to post their before after pictures. and then you are seeing those in somewhere in my social media or in my website or something, and then you are looking, wow, this is amazing progress. I would love to get the same. And now you are comparing. You are not. If I would post picture from someone who is like on average, which is still amazing and good progress, but you are not. You are comparing yourself with the top 0.5% of people, and not somewhere like what is like maybe number 500, which is still amazingly good progress. So it's all influencers who are using this type of content. They don't post average results. They post only the best of the best. And of course, it's my job as a coach. I try to provide like kind of realistic stories, realistic expectations, not using too many of like only the best possible content. So this is, we are all different. I trust the progress. I trust people who are working with me, because that is always my highest priority, to provide my services, to make sure that I'm best possible coach what is possible to be. But if you compare yourself with the top 0.5, top 1% of all people, there's no wonder that you feel shitty about yourself, because you never know. Maybe some of those, they are in contest. They have a period of their life where they are simply solely focusing on their fitness, looking lean, getting ready for a photo shoot, fitness competition, whatever goal they might have, and following a plan that is that you are basically eating from Tupperware boxes. Every meal is measured. Everything is your workouts are in calendar, and like all those celebrities, that's their full-time job, to look good 24/7. And even them, they are struggling to maintain it for a whole year through. But obviously, like I said, you take pictures, and then it's with those pictures, you can post them every single day, and using them. And now there is somebody other side of the screen who is comparing themselves, that why it's so hard to get those same results, that I'm not there where I should be. So these are all kind of factors, how to set those realistic expectations. And honest truth, what we talked also with the pet, like with all these wins, those what are good things. Like if you think like that, you are looking more confident, you have there is so much less food chatter in her head, like that there is almost no binges, no emotional eating, health factors like cholesterol is reduced, and she has a lot better work-life balance. So I asked her that what she would choose, if she would choose like to having all these benefits, wins, what she have had until now, or if she would see the number on the scale, what she would like to see, if she would look in a pictures or in her clothes would fit better, but she wouldn't have any of those mental wins, what she was just listing, which one she would choose. And she said that 10 out of 10, she would always choose those what results what she already has. So it is even more important that mental well-being, mental wins, than those physical changes. But of course, we want to have them both. But the thing is that there is so many other ways how to measure your progress, and later I'm going to tell you exactly what you should be following and what maybe focus a little bit less. Even they matter as well. So I think there's so many ways for your progress, and thinking like that, what is your situation in life? If you have had like external stressors, like something happening in your job, personal responsibilities with your family, and those are impacting to your fitness goals. But think it like these are usually only temporary things, and it's how you are going to go through these periods of times. Like if it's always your own health, your own priorities, like your own well-being, what you are putting kind of on a backseat and focusing on everything else, and then, but you are still expecting to get A results. So that is not going to be the way how you think and how it's going to work. So it's clear that you have set your own expectations, something else that they should, what a lot higher than they should be. And the one thing what I have used for myself is always like, it's obviously every week is not perfect, but for example, with my workouts, I know when I know that I have a busy week, I'm telling myself that it's totally fine. Only promise what I have made for myself is to get started 2 times per week, my strength training. And this is something what I have talked a lot, but I'm a person I'm a fitness professional, but I don't enjoy doing strength training. I really don't enjoy. It's probably the last thing what I would do, but I have been doing it consistently last 3.5 years. And why is that? Because I know the benefits of doing it. There is so many benefits. I'm not going to list them now, but for your health, overall well-being. And I just feel it that I know that if I start to miss my strength training, even that is the number one on my list, what I would like to miss, that's going to impact in long term so bad about my well-being, my energy levels, that is the last thing what I want to do. And like I said, even in the busiest weeks, I promise to get started. And it's not good. Ideally, I would work out 2-3 times per week, around 1 hour, but or doing strength training, and then all other things what I naturally enjoy doing more, like walking, hiking, playing tennis, playing hockey. So those are things I naturally enjoy, and those I don't need motivation. Those I'm a person who is like right away ready to go if somebody's just asking. But strength training, if somebody is asking that you want to go strength training, I'm like that. I'm in my mind, I find 1,000 excuses to not do it, but still I have been able to do it. And the key for this is to learning to keep promises you make to yourself. Even doesn't matter what happens. And it's if I can't make full 1 hour workout, I used to tell myself or talk myself out of doing it, that there's no point of doing like a 10-minute or 15-minute workout, because what is the point? It doesn't bring anything. But that is not the point. They are bringing a lot more than you believe. And most of all, it's all about keeping promises you make to yourself, because I know that if I start to skip my workouts, leave 1 week out, next week becomes easier, and so on. So soon I will realize that I haven't been working out for a month, and then getting back on it. You kind of wait that perfect moment when everything is settled down. And that is the reason why most people, when something happens in life, they are not doing anything. And that was the case for me too. But now what changed everything is that I lowered my own expectations for myself and decided that all I have to do is to get started, do one exercise. And once I know that I'm there, I have done one exercise, I might end up doing second, third, or even finishing the workout. And that is, of course, that makes huge difference in the long term. So these are things, of course, what I had to do is to ruthlessly block time for my own workouts. So it doesn't matter how busy my work is, how everything is going, but I'm going to block time for my own workout. So I know when it's time to go, when it's time to get started. And that has helped me, like that I try to talk less with myself to that should I go or should I don't go. It's time like for important meaning for myself that I have to get started. And that is how I have stayed past 3.5 years consistent with my workouts. Because earlier it was, I didn't have a plan. I didn't know what exercises exactly to do. I didn't know when exactly I'm going to do it. And it was always like that. I felt motivated. I did something, then something happened. I didn't do it, or work was busy, something happened. And that was the first thing I skipped, was my own health. And now when I changed that I must do it, it's more important than my work or anything. That changed everything. Then other topic what we talked is those measurements, or how to measure if you are actually making progress. So obviously most people focus solely on scale weight. I bet you she feels that scale weight should be lower, and you should be losing weight, especially if fat loss is your goal. But scale is not the best way to measure it. Of course, it's if you have a lot of weight to lose, if it's that you are obese or something that you have a lot of weight to lose. Of course, it's important. It should go down, and if it's not going, you probably need to change your methods. But how to actually use the scale? Like this is something what we talked with a bit. What I have been doing also past 3-4 years. I wake myself every single day. So that's the first thing I do in the morning. I take my weight. I don't have any emotions attached to it. It used to be that fuck. I did something wrong. My scale spiked up. But now when I know that it happens, or there are some trends, when I know that if I had I was eating later than usually, I was having more carbs than usually, my scale weight is going down. Or if I had alcohol in, let's say, Friday, maybe on Saturday my scale weight didn't go up because alcohol is actually dehydrating you, so I might lost water weight for the Saturday morning, but then on Sunday morning that all weight was back, and or usually even higher. So those are factors and kind of things what I learned that this is happening. And now how I do it, I weigh myself every single day. Basically what I track is my average weight per week. So this is kind of a trend, what I'm following. Then you see average weight per week, average weight per month, average weight per year. And if I don't like the trend, where the trend is going, then that's kind of alarming me, because often what I hear, especially people like me over 40, that you are not gaining weight. It's not happening like within a 1 week or 2 weeks or even in a month. It's like that slowly increase of your weight, even despite that you are doing probably even the same things than earlier. But if the reason why that is happening is often, especially for women, in this case, you might blame metabolism or your menopause. What, of course, it plays a role too, but still, by far, the most common reason why this is happening is because we are losing muscle mass. And we might become less active outside of your workouts than we used to be. Maybe there is some struggles with your sleep. If you are not sleeping at least 7 hours, there are very, very few people who can survive with less than 7 hours of sleep. And how is all that impacting? Is if you sleep too little, your energy levels are lower, you are going to move less. If you are not paying attention for your protein intake, if you are not strength training. So those are factors that are affecting to your muscle mass, which again affects to your BMR. So that is the amount of calories your body burns when you are resting, when you are not working out. And those changes, obviously, they are not massive, but within a years, if that happens 5 years, 10 years, at the age of, because we start to lose our muscle mass around age of 30, 35, and that is going to be 5 to 10% per decade. So let's say that, and that is already, that has a huge impact. It might be 100, 200 calories less in a day, what your body needs. And now even let's say that it's only 50 calories less per day. That's like a 15-minute walk. At the same time, you are walking maybe that 1,000, 2,000 steps less on average than you used to be. And that already you are eating, you're doing everything else exactly the same. But in the long term, these are all small changes that are causing you that you are actually going to gain like a couple kilos per year. And because 1 kilo of fat, it's around 7,500 calories. And if it's 50 calories per day, that's like 350 per week. 10 weeks, it's a half kilo. In 20 weeks, so 6 months, it's going to be a couple kilos. So there you get your 3, 4, 5 kilos per year. And with all these small changes what are really hard to notice. So scale, you should, what I always recommend, to weigh yourself every single day, but use only average weight per week or month. And then you are able to recognize your trends. And of course, like in Bet's case, there is a lot other factors. If you are just starting your strength training, your body composition might have be, or it is like in Bet's case, it's different because she's stronger. She's making huge progress in her workouts. She have got stronger. She have built more muscle mass, but still, and she's seeing her body is changing. Body is looking different than before, but still scale number is the same. And that is totally okay because she's a person who doesn't have too much fat to lose. She's relatively lean for her age group. And those are all factors that are impacting. So these are those factors and those improvements, they make huge difference. And one thing what we talk, like how to get over it, like what is the best way to then to measure your progress? Obviously, what I always say that use scale weight. Other thing is to take measurements, right? Take measurements like from your legs, hips, arms, belly button. So those 4 measurements, they tell you pretty much the truth, what is actually happening. From pictures, you are seeing how the difference is. You might not see in a month big difference, but if you compare yourself like every 3 months, every 6 months, you should be able to see some kind of results. And even if not, at some point of your life, even maintaining your progress, maintaining your results, if you have had very stressful past months, even maintaining everything, that is actually a progress, because usually at this time, or in this period of time, busy period of life, you would probably lose your progress. So that is actually, to maintain everything is a progress itself. So understanding that there is a different ways to make progress. And then other thing, what we talked also with the Bet, like how to actually set, what kind of goals to set. And this is something what is especially for women, which is often changing everything. When you start to focus more on how much stronger you can get, how much progress you can make in your workouts. And that is a kind of mental change, what is usually changing everything. I have seen it with working with so many women who are focusing solely on scale, getting frustrated, not seeing enough progress. And then, they are quitting, thinking like that, what is the point? Because I don't see any results. This doesn't bring anything. And then they go back to finding some fat diet, quick solution, quick fix. And in the long term, that is often doing more harm than actually good. But when you are focusing on getting progress, for example, setting a workout goal, getting stronger, improving your form, increasing weight, increasing repetitions, and tracking your workouts. So this is something what really, like, for myself, when I started to track my workouts, how much weight I'm using, and then now every once in a while when I look back, how much weight I used in this exercise, what I haven't done for a while. Now I do it again. And I see that, wow, 2 years ago, I had 5 kilos less weight or 10 kilos less weight. I did same amount of repetitions. And I'm looking at, holy shit, I have got so much stronger than I used to be. And that is a progress. And that is, if you are making that progress, you are going to see difference, how your body is changing. And that is kind of side effect without noticing it. You are not focusing to changing your body, how your body is looking, but this is the way how you actually get it. When you focus less how fast or how slow your progress and how your body is changing, but you focus solely on your workouts, how much stronger you are getting. And because it's impossible to get stronger without seeing difference in your body. And it's not, for women, it doesn't mean that if you are getting stronger, that you are suddenly looking like a bodybuilder. That is not, or getting too bulky. That's not happening by accident, because you have always option. If you happen to see in a mirror person who looks like a bodybuilder, you have always option to stop, do it a bit less, but don't be afraid to get stronger. That is the only way how to get more defined body, defined muscles, more toned legs or arms or whatever your goal is. So when you start to focus, track your workouts, look at how is that progress looking in a like week by week. For example, if you are doing some exercise 3 times 10 repetitions. So for me, that progress is like that. Okay, I change my programs for me, myself, and for my clients, usually once in a month. So every 4 weeks. And week 1 is always like kind of testing phase. I'm testing, it's a new exercise, is what I haven't been doing for a while. I can see from my workout app how much weight I have used the last time I did that exercise. And my app is amazing in that way that it recommends you how much should be my starting weight. So then I do first set, 10 repetitions. If it feels like that I could be doing more than 2 repetitions with the same weight, I will increase weight for my second set. And then if I still feel the same after second set, I will increase or decrease weight for the third set. And now I know for the week 2 where my starting weight should be. So maybe first set is kind of easy. And second set, I find the right amount of weight. I will start with that weight, week 2. And then week 3, I might be doing like 1 repetition more for first set, maybe 2. Second set, I will aim for 1 or 2 more repetitions. Third set, same thing. Maybe I'm not able to do it. Then week 3, if I'm able to do more repetitions, I will increase weight for the first set, maybe reduce for the second set, but basically adjusting the weight every single set. That I don't go to failure, barely never, sometimes, but not depending on exercise. But for most exercises, I'm thinking like that. If I'm making ugly face, it's heavy that I can't do more than 2 repetitions. That is the amount of weight I should be using. And then it's week by week, it's increasing. And this is the way how you are actually making progress, how it's looking in a real life. In the beginning, if you are someone who is in the beginning, you are seeing a lot more progress, but longer you are doing it, less progress you can expect. And because it's progress in your workouts, if you are relatively new, you are just restarting or starting strength training, you can expect that you are making progress almost every single week. Or within 1 year, let's say that you can gain, let's say that you are gaining 5 kilos of muscle mass first year. Second year, you can take 50% of that amount. So what is realistic expectations? Year 2 is 2.5 kilos gaining muscle mass. Year 3, again, 50% from that 2.5. So now it's really with the same amount of work, same effort, you can expect to see 1.2 kilo gaining muscle mass. Year 4, it's again 50% of that. So, and that's why, like, longer you are doing it, more you kind of have to focus on these advanced methods, like optimizing your workout program, optimizing your nutrition, sleep, recovery, and so on. So longer you are doing it, harder it gets to make progress, but it's still definitely possible. And more you have to pay attention on details. At the beginning, basically, if you just get your workouts in, you can expect to see amazing results. So these are kind of realistic expectations and practical tips how to track your workout progress. What is realistic expectation? And when you do it, this is the way how you actually start to change your body. So 1 year is still relatively short time. You are able to see some kind of results, but it depends always like how long you have been doing it, what is your experience, and of course how much you are working out. So this is for workout part. Then, like I already mentioned, then longer you're doing it, more you have to start to pay attention on your protein intake, recovery, because those are all affecting to your results more than you probably believe. And but like I said, progress is not always linear, and there are so many ways. Like especially your mental progress. If you are binging, if you are emotional eating, if you are thinking, if you are a person who used to think food 24/7 and now you are not talking about it, you are not worried about if you happen to eat something what you know you shouldn't be doing, and you are earlier you were like that, fuck, I missed everything, so there is no point. My scale weight spiked up, so what is the point? I start on Monday or Tuesday and now you are like that, okay, it's one meal, doesn't matter, and now it's all what matters is getting back on track, and you get back on track on the next meal and not worry about it, because that is part of being human, enjoying life. And because you should be able to enjoy life. This health and fitness thing, it should improve your life quality and not taking it away. So think that there is so many other ways for that progress, what you can be doing. And one thing is that finding that balance between mental and physical well-being. So don't let those physical or lack of physical changes dictate your self-worth. So you are still doing amazing, and it's totally normal. It's okay to skip workouts or not being perfectly spot on every single day with your nutrition, or every single week, or even every single month. So just think that there is so many other ways how to measure your progress. And when you focus on these things, balancing your life, being kind for yourself, and not and still, regardless what happens, do not quit, because quitting in the end, it's the only way to fail in this fitness game. This is not a race where you have a deadline. Like, you might have a goal in your mind when you have to reach it, but ultimately, if you really think it, like what is the point? What is the matter if you reach the goal, if it takes longer than you would like it to take? Because I don't know any person who, after they have reached their original goal, if it took longer, that they are saying that, fuck, I feel like a failure, it took longer than I would like, because they are like that, holy shit, I'm proud of myself, the work what I did, that I didn't give up. And it doesn't, and at that moment you are proud of yourself, and it doesn't matter how long it took until you get there. And the only way to get there is to not to quit. And this is something what I'm, like I said, on October 14th, I'm going to start my 8-week challenge. And this is the challenge where I personally take care of setting expectations, setting goals, what are achievable for your life situation, for your workouts, what makes sense at this point to get started. And even it's an only 8-week challenge. It's my goal is that you love it so much in this challenge that you are sticking longer with my inexpensive Balanced Life Blueprint membership, where you have all tools for all workouts, taking kind of that guesswork away from you, so you know exactly what to do. You don't have to worry, like, you don't have to think that what should I be doing next. And all these programs I have already created, there's a different goals to focus each time of the year, because honest truth is that most of us, we want to have all kind of different goals, improving your cardio, improving your strength, and that is totally fine, but you should not focus everything at the same time. Instead, focusing maybe 3 months improving your cardio while maintaining your strength. Next 3 months, improving your strength and maintaining your endurance and cardio. And then kind of when you focus on different kind of goals, or depending on situation in your life, that is the way how you end up within 6 months, within 1 year, to reach all your goals, and not getting kind of overwhelmed and thinking that what if I'm doing this right or wrong, and focusing on everything at the same time. And then you feel like that there is no progress at all, because you are just trying to take too much on your plate. So in this challenge, I create personally workout plans for you. We have a group. We are together. I'm checking you weekly how everything is going. So there is kind of that support, accountability part in a group, people who are going through exactly the same thing. So you are knowing that you are not alone. And I hope that to see you inside. I put a link for my show notes, the registration waitlist. I don't know if that registration is already open at that time when that podcast is coming out. It should be, but in case there's a waitlist, and when you join that waitlist, you will be the first one to know when registration is open. So thank you for listening. If you find this episode helpful, I would appreciate 5-star review on iTunes, on Spotify. Those are helping so much to reach more people. And if you know someone who you care and you know this episode would help them to set realistic expectations, I would love you would share it just with one of your friends. So thank you for listening and hope to hear from you soon.
Hold up, friend. Do you love Fit Me Turo Fitness podcast? If so, the best way to say thank you is to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review on iTunes. I know every podcaster wants you to leave a review, but it's because those reviews help the podcast to reach more people. I truly want to know what you think, and if this particular episode resonated with you, would you also please share it? Either send a link to someone who you think will find it valuable, or take a screenshot and post it into your social media and tell your friends and family why they should listen it. Make sure you tag me so I can hear your feedback and give you a little love. And if you aren't already following me on Instagram or TikTok, that's the perfect time to hit that follow button. Thank you for being here and listening to Fit Me Turo Fitness podcast.